In this video, we're going to talk all about the PlayStation 5 in 2024. Should you buy the PlayStation 5 Slim or the original disc console? Also going over some of these digital consoles as well to know which one is the best one to buy for you in 2024. So the PlayStation 5 is the most sought after console in 2024 because of the games that you get and the gameplay experience. Everybody wants a PlayStation 5. Like, man, they're just smashing out Xbox and the Nintendo Switch. I don't think there's much competition these days with Sony and what they're doing with their consoles. It's because they're always releasing brand new games, brand new exclusives, brand new accessories. I like the design of these consoles. Like, what they've done has been incredible and it's super fresh, really futuristic in terms of its design and gameplay as well. Like, you really see the future of what these consoles are capable of because of the controller, like its capabilities of what it can do with the touchpad and haptic feedback. And we've got the VR headsets, that's very futuristic. Just the general gameplay experience as well is very futuristic in terms of its fast load times. You know, you go from scene to scene and it's just instant. There's no wait times or anything for most games, such as Spider-Man 2, you know, you go from one scene to the next and boom, you're straight there. So it is really futuristic, and even in Spider-Man 2, just the cinematic experience of the gameplay, it's just next level, man. So I'm just excited for PlayStation 5 in 2024 to see what it brings with the brand new games, the brand new exclusives. What we will see is some very exciting stuff. Massive difference when it comes to side by side, which one you should go for. So if you need something to fit into a tighter space, definitely the PlayStation 5 Slim, because as you can see, it's a little bit smaller than the original PlayStation 5. It'll fit both ways, both vertical and horizontal, and you'll fit it into tighter spaces. If you need more inputs in terms of variety, definitely the original PlayStation, because the front comes with a USB and a Type-C connection, while the PlayStation 5 Slim only at the front comes with two Type-C connections. So that's something to keep in mind. So some of those older USB cables won't be able to be fitted in with the PlayStation 5 Slim, but we do have the two USB ports at the back, but we have more normal sort of USB connections with the PlayStation 5. You know, if you just have the Type-C connections, then it's totally fine, but you know, there's still a need for balance between, you know, normal USB and Type-C connection. Most of the inputs are the exact same with both consoles. Yeah, size, definitely the small version would be better to go for. In terms of price, pretty much the exact same price. Like, they didn't drop down the price for the PlayStation 5 Slim. It's still around $750 for the console. In terms of the digital as well, you can only get like the 2 controller bundle, and it's pretty much the exact same price as the PlayStation 5 Slim with the disc. So you might as well just get the PlayStation 5 Slim with the disc. You can buy the disc port like later, but it's just better to buy it as a whole package because it's more expensive if you get the DVD disc port later for the PS5 Slim. And I always thought it was kind of weird that it's detachable for the disc version. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. If you want to go digital, it's totally fine. It's like the Xbox Series S, but you have full capabilities with your console. And if you don't mind it, if you've got great download speeds, then the digital console will be totally fine. My brother just basically uses the PlayStation Plus membership and just downloads all the games that are free every single month, and he doesn't worry about buying games, and he just waits for them to go on sale and he buys them. So, you know, each to their own. Sometimes digital does work. For me, digital is not going to work because I like to sell games. So for me, you know, buying a digital console will not be the best thing for me. In terms of its speed as well, like, I've noticed the PlayStation 5 Slim to be a little bit faster than the original PlayStation 5. Might be because of its new internals. You know, they've got a more complex system going on inside of the PlayStation 5 Slim, but overall it is a little bit faster. I don't know if they've updated the internal SSDs or not. They probably haven't. They might be using the exact same stuff, just shrinked it down a little bit. And overall, it's a little bit faster. So if you're after something a little bit faster, then yeah, the PlayStation 5 Slim is the one to go to. Now, for its design, I think that the PlayStation 5 original kind of wins it because it's a full, complete design with its whole matte finish, and I like the plates. And you can still customize the plates with the original PlayStation 5, and it looks absolutely awesome. With the PlayStation 5 Slim, it has this weird sort of line, but that is for a reason. The reason why is so it has these hooks so you can put it on its side. But overall, the design doesn't look as great because you've got a mix between the matte finish and then we've got this glossy finish at the top. Sort of is a weird mix and match sort of thing going on there as well. I've noticed there's not as much presence with the LED lighting as well with the PlayStation 5 Slim to the original PS5. So I like the original PS5 for its look, how it's holistic with its approach, and I like the LED light displays that it has as well. It looks pretty awesome during gameplay. In terms of its capabilities, we all know they do the exact same thing. They all play up to 8K capabilities, 120 FPS. You have to install the disc drive with the PlayStation 5 Slim, so you have to wait a little bit longer. But apart from that, you're pretty much getting the exact same experience with both consoles. Now, which one should you actually buy in 2024 and beyond? Well, if you're looking for a pre-owned version, definitely get the original because they'll be for a cheaper price now. You can pretty much pick up one for $350 to $400 and get yourself a pre-owned PlayStation 5 for a relatively decent price. Now, for the PlayStation 5 Slim, I would say it's still worth it. You're pretty much getting the exact same thing, and it's a smaller console to fit into tighter spaces. Does the exact same thing as the original PlayStation 5, and it's a little bit smaller. Both have updated firmware and you get consistent updates, so pretty much the exact same experience in that point of view as well. If you just need the latest and greatest thing, then yeah, just get yourself the PlayStation 5 Slim, why not? But overall, there's not too much difference that you see at this point. It's mainly just those points which I've already mentioned. But overall, you're going to get a great gameplay experience out of both consoles with whatever you play on it. Whether you play Spider-Man, whether you play God of War, whether you play FIFA, it's going to be the exact same experience on both consoles. It's not that much difference in terms of its just gameplay experience. So overall, the best one for you is just the one you can pretty much just get your hands on as soon as possible. And thank you guys for watching. Hope this video was informative. If you want to like and subscribe to see more content like this, I've got plenty more to come this year. I'll see you guys next time. Happy 2024.